Hi everyone and welcome to AJ's Allotment. Today it is March the 28th and I'm up on plot number 1, the top plot. Well, I say plot 1, it's plot 78A. Today I'm going to put in my first earlies and second earlies and maybe show you a little bit of what's coming up through the ground. Right, I'll turn you around and do a very quick tour. I'm up at the top end at the minute. These are the two beds I've got ready for the potatoes so far. These ones have cardboard underneath with rabbit manure on top, and this one I did the newspaper method, and this is where I'm going to be putting the first earlies and second earlies. So the idea is I'm just going to go through the newspaper layer and I'm just going to pop them in with a little bit and then backfill with a bit of topsoil, and this will be the top mulch layer. So the newspaper is the new soil layer, so they're going to go underneath there. I brought some more cardboard up to finish off. I've got Josh with me today. So I'm going to be putting shallots and international kidney in, but we'll have a quick peek at what's going on so far. It's a bit puddly and wet here because it was raining all day yesterday and it's supposed to rain later. I had these peas covered, but look, the wind's blown my fleece off, so let's see what state they're in. Yeah, they're looking a bit dishevelled. I've also bought some Champion of England with me. These have been nibbled a little bit, either by pigeons or slugs, I'm not sure. I've got some Champion of England to go in, and I'll try and get the fleece back on. Are you following me, Josh? The pear trees are starting to come into bud, so that's a sure sign of spring. There's a lot of new growth come back on this one after giving it a really good cut back. But obviously I wouldn't have thought we'd see any fruit off that for a couple of years, but got some bud coming. This area still needs clearing and sorting. The sprouting broccoli, the nets have come off there as well with the winds. Plenty to pick today, isn't there, Josh? It's a lot, isn't it? And there's a new one coming up as well, and the kale is hanging in there. I refilled this strawberry bed and put some runners from home and old plants from home in here, again using the rabbit bedding. And finally my spring flowers are coming up. So we've got hyacinth, some tulips, some daffs. I think they're the double-headed daffs that are just starting to poke through, and then those that look a bit like carrot, I think are, oh, I can never say it. Is it anemones? I think it's they're anemones because they look a bit like carrots. And I knew I did put some bulbs in, so that's what's going on there. And then there's the comfrey plant starting to come up. The broad beans are still hanging in there. No flowers on them yet, but the weather's not been the best, has it really? It's been a very chilly. There's a bit of damage to some of the leaves, and then others look really healthy. Let's have a look in here. So there's growth, and the garlic and onions are now a bit more clearer where they are, so I'll be able to get some weeding done. And again, lots more daffs have come up now. And that's really it. There's the rhubarb, lots of rhubarb going on. Another comfrey plant down here. And the gooseberries are all starting to leaf up now, and the blackcurrant. So today it is a case of just getting those potatoes in and seeing how far we get and what else we can get done. So I might film doing that. I'll see how much storage I've got left because my phone's getting quite full. This is a lot better than last year because we took out the bramble, cut it right back, and it's really opened up the light here. So this is the rhubarb, doing really well. I never force mine, I just let them do their own thing. And these are the crowns that, if you remember, I did how to divide your rhubarb and plant it. These are the ones I put in, and as you can see, they were perfectly happy. We've been treated quite roughly. They're quite hardy, rhubarb. You right there, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And this back area I've used the polythene just to try and keep them nettles at bay, but they're already making a breakout. But it's going to hopefully suppress a lot of that bindweed and nettles that were coming through from there. And again, I want to try and get some slabs for this back area. So that's today's plan. Let's see how far we get, shall we? So I've got my potatoes. I've brought them transported in my egg box with a band around. And these are international kidney. So they've got nice, reasonable chits on them. So I've got to be really careful not to damage those on the way up here. So that's those there. So the newspaper layer here is the base layer, and I'm just going to put it through. Don't know if you can see that properly. Right, I've left my decent trowel at home, so I'm going to use this, which is a bit bent and wonky. Never mind, it'll do the job. Right, so my bed's starting here basically, so I'm just going to make a hole through, and then so that's my going through the soil layer, and I'm literally just going to pop it in there. I'm not going to go too deep because I'm going to be earthing up with straw and bedding and stuff. So I'm just going to pop them in. I'm going to get some topsoil, drop it in over the top, and then I'm going to cover back over like that. And that's how I intend to try these this year. It's going to be a bit of a trial, and then I'll just keep strawing up to earth them up rather than using soil. So the ground's good underneath here because there is manure in this. It's going to feed them as well as it starts breaking down and going through. So that should be a constant source of nutrients. So that's the plan really. So I'm just going to go in rows along and do that. So I'll let you know when I've finished it. So what I'm doing is, I'll just uncover this and show you. So I'm digging the hole, dropping a potato in, and then I'm putting a good handful of compost that I've got in this bucket over the top, and then I'm recovering with the bedding and straw, and then I'll keep covering as they start to grow. And that's how I'm going to be doing my no-dig potatoes, and see if it works. So when I've finished, I've done one row here, and then I've covered it back up around the edges, and this is all going to come this way and cover over like this, and then it's going to have a good layer over the top. So that's how I thought I would try and do it, and see how I get on. It's come out now, so it's getting quite warm. So this is the first earlies in. So you've got international kidney, a row there, international kidney, and then I think that's international kidney, and then we move on to shallots. So I've got 4 rows of shallot as well. So that looks like it's worked quite well. So I've not gone too far under the paper because I don't want to have to be digging to get them all out. So I'm just going to keep chopping off with straw as they grow. But that was quite easy, really. The ground underneath the newspaper layer is amazing. The soil is fantastic. It is really good. There's loads of worms down there as well. And that's just from each trowel had 4 maybe worms in it. So that's a real good sign that the worms are doing the job. So I'm really chuffed with that. Yeah. So no digging. I mean, it was a bit stiff because I've been stooping. But in general, for my back especially, if I was to dig trenches for those, it'd take me hours, and that's taken me maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most. So literally dig a trowel, stick the potato in and put everything back over the top. So easy. So I'm going to do that with my main crop as well, but I am aware I'll need more straw for that. But yeah, all in all, I'm quite pleased with that. Right, on to the next job. Just thought I'd show you the hedgerow. It's full of birds. I'm not sure if you're going to pick up on them, but all along here is full, and the trees, they keep popping back and forth to see if I've dug any worms up. And there's a big pigeon in this tree waiting. Just up there. Waiting for me to leave so it can eat everything. So there's plenty to look at, that's for sure. Right, I'm going to get on. Right, so this is one of the beds that I've actually put a bit more matter onto. So it's underlaid with newspaper again, this no dig bed, and then it's got layers of the rabbit and guinea pig manure, and I've put some compost into it as well. So it's a nice big bed. So this is actually going to be my soil layer. I'm not actually going to go down through to the newspaper with the peas, because it has got quite a lot of soil into it. It's actually breaking down really, really well. It feels nice, so I'm quite pleased with it, especially with the cold weather. It's helped do that. Can you see? I don't think you can see from there. See if I can get this better. That's better. So I'm going to be, I did put these Calvert and Wonder in, but the fleece has come off and the pigeons and colds got them. So today I'm going to be planting out some of the Champion of England that I did. Really strong root system. See if I can get these out. Show you. Really strong root system, so they've definitely got to go in and take the chances. But again, I've used newspaper pots and they're fantastic, so they're just going to go in. They're in threes. They just work fantastically well, these pots. I'm really, really pleased with them. These are ever so strong growth. So I'm going to pop these in now. So really it should be quite simple because it's nice and soft. I'm just going to dib a little hole, just like so, and then carefully twist them in like that, and then just earth foot back around it, firm it in. But they've got such strong, great roots. These are again from these are from Real Seed catalogue as well, and so far everything I've had from them has been fantastic. They've grown really strong and really well. So I've been really pleased. Germination's been good, and all the plants have looked really healthy and had great root systems. So I've really been pleased with my seeds this year from them. Let's just hope them pesky pigeons don't get through the fleece. That's the only problem with its top plot, is those pigeons. I'm really, really chuffed so far. I'm hoping this new way of doing my beds is going to be successful. I'd hate for it not to after all this. But if it is, I've got a right good stand-in for the next year as well. So I'm halfway there. Right. Look at that. They're just fantastic. Really, really, really pleased with how they're setting off. Next thing I'll be putting some something for them to support them, really. What I'll probably do is do it so I've got supports this way and split them into twos like that, because they're going to need that support. But doing them in the damp newspaper pots, you're not faffing about, you're just sticking them straight in the ground. They're happy in the little unit they're already in, so it's quite good. Now I'm going to do these quite close together so they can support each other. I've been watching quite a lot of Charles Dowding's videos for inspiration. and it's really spurring me on for this no-dig method. Right. I have got more peas going at home, so I've been doing them in gradual sowings. Right, so I'm just going to make a spot for those and fleece over them. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how spongy and great this ground is. It's just looking fantastic. So on to the next job. Right then guys, that's me finished on 78 for today. I've got quite a bit done. Well, it doesn't look like much, but for me it's quite a bit. I'll just show you. Right, so I've removed the polythene. Now I've made more space, so it's quite covered now here for now, so it seems to be suppressing. Put some more cardboard down, ready to make the next bed along here. Obviously this is where the first earlies and second earlies are, and then I'm going to get some main crop put in that one, and then I'll get some more main crop to go in this one when I've finished building it. I've got some more compost to go on it, and I'll have some more straw, and then I'll just keep moving along as I start getting cardboard and things. But yeah, so all in all, that's not a bad hour or so's job. Underneath the fleece I've put the peas in, and then I've put some salad leaves to see how they get on. Hopefully it'll not get too cold for them now. They've been in the cold greenhouse, so they've been fine with that. But yeah, it's slowly taking shape up here. When I think there was a time when I thought, oh, it's not going to get done, I don't know how to do it, how could I keep on with my back? But we're getting there. As you can see, I've put some chip paths in. I've used all my wood chip now, so moving on to the bark I bought. I'm going to have to buy some more. And I can never remember what it is. It's like a pippin plum, because there's two plum trees grafted together there. That's like a cooking plum, and that's in flower already, so that's a positive sign. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting up and finishing putting things out. I don't think we'll get much off the apple tree this year, having cut it back so much. But yeah, Josh is fed up now. He wants to go to the half plot, so we're going to go down to the half plot and see what needs doing there. But yeah, at least we're going to have maybe a few pears. So I'll just show you under here quickly. So I've just popped some lettuce in, there's salad leaf lettuce, under here, and hopefully it'll be alright. That's my homemade compost on top of there, so I'm really pleased with that. And that's it really, that's all we've done today. But that's March, I say end of March 2018 tour from 78A, because that's it, I'm done today. And then hopefully next time I see you, there will be some tulips to look at. They look so well. I can't wait for the flowers to come up. They look really good. I'm really pleased that they've actually surfaced. I didn't think there was going to, because a fox had been digging in there. So I look forward to seeing those flowers. Yeah, he's definitely fed up now. Right then, folks. I'm not sure if I'll put the other plot on here at the end of this one. I think I'll do a separate video for that. So I'm just going to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you again really soon. Ta-da!